Hi, it's Linda here from the Growth Garden. I'm trying something a little different, and I want to welcome you to the first episode of Meaningful Musings from a Marketing Mind, where we unpack marketing examples, real life marketing examples, and learn from them. These episodes are going to be driven more by the done is better than perfect principle, so that I can tap into my initial response and share that with you in as timely and authentic a way as possible. So this is just going to be short little videos that will provide you with some tips, some hints, some examples, some ahas, even some scratch your head moments and what were they thinking moments, and examples of real life marketing efforts, and hopefully you'll be able to learn a whole lot about what works and what doesn't, and some tips and hints for refining your own marketing efforts. So I'm going to entitle this first episode, Why I Unsubscribed and Why You Should Too. Let me just pull up my example here. I just want to share a window with you, and here we go. So here's an example of what I am talking about. This screen here seems to have disappeared, but I think you can see it. This is a I've actually gone through my inbox and just sorted on this. After I got more than a few emails from this company, I thought this would be a perfect example to share with you. I signed up for a webinar to learn a little something, and boy did but not from the webinar. I learned a little something from their marketing approach. So let's take a look at this and unpack it a bit. So observation number one here is I received 23 emails in 11 days, and I probably binned about another dozen. So it's probably more like 35 or 3 emails a day. This really is going to send a lot of people to your unsubscribe button. So not a smart thing to do. It really is. This equals spam. And just beware that every time you send an email that you have the potential for some prospect to unsubscribe from your list. So really, unless you're going to also send people the time to read all these emails, this is not necessarily the best approach. So that's observation number one. Observation number two is just because you can doesn't mean you should. Technology makes it really easy for us to create and send so many emails to so many people. So why not, right? Well, why not? Because it pisses people off. You know, it really is spammy. It adds stress to their already busy day, and people really don't have time to read all of this. And it really, again, raises the risk of losing your prospects and having them hit the unsubscribe. So again, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should. Observation number three, these messages, a lot of them really lack relevancy and respect for the audience, and they're not client-centric. And being client-centric is the most important thing in your messaging and marketing efforts. The sender here in this first one says, oh, it's my birthday. I really don't care that it's your birthday. If it was my birthday, I'd care. If it was a friend of mine's birthday, I'd care. But some stranger who's sending me an email to try and get me to buy stuff, I really would not care. To me, that just smacks of ego rather than being customer-centric. These last call messages, they're 3 days apart. Well, which is the last call? And this one here, I picked you out of, this one here. Yeah, I picked you out of 521,390 people. Well, yeah, you probably picked that out of every other person in that list. So I'm calling bullshit on that. So really, when you're going to create messaging, even if you're doing a lot of it, make sure that it is client-centric. Make sure that it leads with a benefit and that it is not giving mixed messages or making empty promises or using messages that, really smack of insincerity. Observation number 4, there's poor punctuation and grammar throughout, not only the subject lines, but the messages themselves. So if you're going to communicate en masse to people, come on, get it right. Running things through various spell checks, not tough. Grammarly is one of the most powerful tools for doing that, so use it. So what they did get right is that, they obviously have an active follow-up funnel for their messaging approach. They didn't waste time in following up. The response was immediate to me signing up to the webinar. But I find that, these valuable and good practices are being outshadowed and buried by the aggressive, too urgent, too manipulative approach of their marketing approach. So hopefully you've learned a little something from these examples of what to do and what not to do. And stay tuned for more meaningful musings from a marketing mind, where we unpack the real life examples of marketing in the wild and try and learn from them. So wishing you great growth, and we'll see you next time.